Hi everyone, my name is Vivian Nguyen, and today I'll be talking about Girls' Generation and how they've achieved international success despite the cultural and language barriers in the international music industry, and how they came from a black ocean to a pink ocean, which I will explain in my later slides. Before we talk about their journey to international success, we need to establish who is Girls' Generation. Girls' Generation is an 8-member K-pop girl group, originally 9 members, but in 2013 Jessica left for unknown reasons. Members include Taeyeon, Tiffany, Sooyoung, Sunny, Hyoyeon, Yona, Yuri, and Sohyun. Girls' Generation was formed by SM Entertainment, and SM Entertainment is one of the top big 3 companies for producing K-pop idols and groups. Some of the groups under SM Entertainment now are Red Velvet, EXO, NCT, and many more. Girls' Generation has won many music awards both in Asia and internationally, and it's reported that they've won 121 awards. Also, Girls' Generation was named Nation's Girl Group, and they were named because of their spread of K-pop to the international market, which thus spreading Korean culture to the international market. And also, Girls' Generation was the first girl group to achieve 100 million views on YouTube for not just one, not two, but for 5 music videos. And this is an amazing accomplishment at that time where YouTube and social media were growing, but they weren't as famous as we know today. So this begs the question on how did Girls' Generation even get to be in the international market and spreading K-pop to the international market when YouTube is not as popular as we know today. So now let's explore their journey to international success. Girls' Generation debuted with Into the New World on August 5th, 2007. While this song gained some attention and popularity for the group in the Korean market, it's still not as popular as their male counterparts, as in 2007 the K-pop industry saw it dominated by male K-pop groups. And SM Entertainment tried to release more albums and singles for Girls' Generation to get more attention, but still not successful. It wasn't until June 8, 2009, with the release of the song and the music video of G, that really skyrocketed Girls' Generation stardom in Korea and also gained some attention in the international market because of their cute image, colorful music video, catchy song, and addictive choreography. And after 2009, they released other hits such as Oh, Hoot, and many more. After they saw success in the Korean market, SM Entertainment strategized to expand into the international market with Japan. Girls' Generation released their first Japanese single, Genie, on June 8th, 2010, and this really skyrocketed Girls' Generation in the Japanese market and really became an overnight sensation in the Japanese market. And so after 2010, we saw that Girls' Generation has dominated the Korean and Japanese market so far, and so SM Entertainment was ambitious enough to start their American debut on January 31st, 2012, with by having them perform on the Late Late Show with David Letterman, and they performed their American song, "The Boys." And with the boys, it did gain some attention from the international um, fans because it wasn't all English and was produced by Teddy Riley, who is an American songwriter and singer. So he added some American flavor to the song, but had limited success because a lot of the international fans thought that they didn't fit in the American music industry since it's already competitive. And so, yeah, so they released even more songs after 2012, and then there's this one song that really skyrocketed them in the international music industry, which is I Got a Boy. I Got a Boy was very different, very experimental with the sound, and was very new for not only just K-pop industry but the international industry. In that November 3rd, 2013, I Got a Boy won Video of the Year at the YouTube Awards, and they beat Psy, Gangnam Style, and also Justin Bieber and Miley Cyrus. So this is a great accomplishment for not just a girl group, but a girl group from a region, from a small region in South called South Korea. So this is a big accomplishment, and this is Tiffany saying her iconic line, "YouTube is my best friend. Is YouTube your best friend?" And so after 2013, we saw the departure of Jessica, and also they released even more songs after as an 8-member girl group. And what we know today is that 5 members still remain at the company, but are trying to find new things, and 3 of them left to pursue other careers, such as 2 of them acting, and 1 of them debuting solo in America. After knowing some background, I've always wondered how Girls' Generation really became successful with the limited online resources they have to spread K-pop into the international market, but yet they break those boundaries and became successful in the international market. So, my research question is that why was Girls' Generation able to succeed internationally despite cultural and language barriers in an already competitive international music industry? And using that knowledge, can we apply it to current K-pop idols today? So, some of my theories on how they became so successful is one, their beginning struggles as a K-pop girl group, um, trying to get the recognition in a male-dominated industry. 2, their wide range of musical genres and concepts, explore the change from innocent and cute to more bold and mature concepts. And 3, each member's diverse backgrounds and charms, giving them character to their music and their group, and also connecting more to their fans. So we'll start off by explaining and analyzing the beginning struggles as a K-pop girl group. So, like I mentioned before, in 2007, the K-pop industry was dominated by male K-pop groups such as Big Bang, TVXQ, Seven, Super Junior, and many more. And so, a lot of their fans will pay full attention to their male K-pop groups and actually demand more performances. Like in concerts, on TV shows, and many more. So, having the fans having full attention to them, there is not that much attention to the K-pop girl groups such as Girls' Generation, and actually struggle to get the opportunities to perform on stage. For example, like in their variety show, Girls Go to School, Girls' Generation asked the production team of the School of Rock, which is a pretty big variety show at the time, to perform again after fans expressed their disappointment. And you can see on the picture right here, we didn't sing our song, and we've read many comments saying that we've looked like some dance group by a member. And this just really shows that they are really hardworking and that they are determined. They have the determination and passion to perform again, to prove that these fans are wrong and to satisfy their fans' displeasure. And so this just really this really tells the fans that they have dedication for the fans and that they're willing to do anything for their fans. And so this really appeals to the international market because a lot of fans want artists to be hardworking individuals rather than, being lazy. So this really resonate with the international fans, knowing that Girls' Generation are hardworking individuals for them. So the next incident I'll talk about is the infamous Black Ocean Girls' Generation experience. So after debut, Girls' Generation performed at their annual Dream concert in 2018, and this is where they experienced the Black Ocean, which is where the audience turned off all their light sticks for their designated favorite K-pop group, and they stopped cheering for them for 10 minutes. And 10 minutes doesn't seem that long, but it's pretty gruesome if you don't see pitch black on this. If you see pitch black in the audience, like this top picture right here. And so there is no official reason why they did this, but there's been theories that fans were protesting against them because they were getting too close with their male K-pop groups. And so in an interview, Girls' Generation talks about this incident and how they were aware of it and didn't understand it at the time. But one of the members, Hyoyeon, said that even though they didn't see anything, they were still just doing the stage passionately, which really reveals their perseverance through this performance, and reveals their dedication and passion for music, and also being hardworking for everyone in the group. And it doesn't matter if they were fans or not, if they were performing for fans or not. They're gonna do their absolute best no matter what. And this resonates with international fans, as artists, American artists, artists in general, have this dedication for their music and want to showcase their music regardless if they get negative or positive feedback. And this is why international fans really started to sympathize for them and also really wish their success. And so from this Black Ocean, they've now gone into this Pink Ocean, where pink is actually the official color for Girls' Generation, and it's lit in front of the audience like this. And Girls' Generation are working even harder because all these fans were rooting for them when these fans were not. So aside from Girls' Generation, current K-pop groups, or most of them nowadays, already have massive fandoms even before they debut in the Asian market. And it's probably because of the collective effort from all the previous attempts from other K-pop idols such as Rain, BoA, Psy, and then BTS, that really made K-pop as we know today. They wouldn't, with their massive fandom, they didn't have to struggle in gaining that attention from the Korean audience. But it doesn't really guarantee their success in the international market, as K-pop is running on a system where if you don't have the perfect image, or if your image is tarnished by either scandals, rumors, bullying, rumors, etc., you are going to be kicked out or either an idol or a group. For example, X1. X1 is a 11 K-pop boy band, boy group right here. They were formed during a reality competition show where 101 idols tried to outcompete each other and um, gain more votes from the viewers in order to debut into this group. And so even though they debut and were very successful in their debut with, I believe, being the fastest group to win a music show, there was an investigation launched because several viewers suspected voting tampering after vote tampering. And so, in the end of the investigation, it was revealed that there was voting manipulation where several X1 members were not supposed to be in the final lineup. And this caused a lot of problems because fans really did vote for, fans were upset that some of the idols that they voted for were kicked out and supposed to be while they were supposed to be in the group. And so it gained a lot of criticism. Not only did the program gain a lot of criticism, but the group gained a lot of criticism as well. And so this scandal and the amount of hate criticism that X1 got really it led to them being disbanded even before they finished their 1 year contract. And so this really explores the idea that there is no guarantee in success, even if you have a massive fall, had no struggles as a group itself, and that in the group itself. And so this just reinforces the idea that Girls' Generation's efforts as a group in order to gain that attention really resonated with fans, that they were hardworking and dedicated to their craftsmanship and will do anything for their fans. And this really gained a lot of attention, and a lot of international fans really support them in the long run. So the next reason why Girls' Generation has that international success is because of their wide range of musical genres and concepts. So, in their early works, Girls' Generation members debuted in their teens. So, when you're a teenager, you're supposed to be, or you're expected to be, innocent, naive, sometimes clumsy, not knowing what the real world is like, and sometimes cute. And so, SM Entertainment at that time utilizes their age in order to craft this concept into their music videos and their personalities. And so in the early 2000s, they developed this cute and innocent archetype for Girl Generation, and it's been displayed in their music. So, for example, we have Into the New World. You see these members having problems and overcoming those problems by working with their minds and, mind over matter. And so this really became the empowerment song. And actually, I found out that Into the New World is actually an anthem for a lot of Korean protests because of the empowerment, for empowerment standpoint, where the members are not giving up until they achieve that goal. And so this was a protest song for the Korean protests. And so, and next one is we see a lot of them in football cheerleading uniforms, and football is more towards an American sport. American football is not as popular in Korea, so this was definitely using definitely trying to reach to the American demographic with the reference of football and cheerleading. There's not that many Korean cheerleaders um, in Korea, so I think utilizing those aspects creates that trying to attract that um, American demographic and American demographic in the American market. And also they utilize aegyo, which is basically a calculated cuteness. And to explain that is that for this picture right here, you wouldn't do that in public when you're out with your friends or your lover, but in the music video for professional reasons it's more calculated in a sense. And it's supposed to attract the male demographic, and also they use oppa for in their lyrics, and it basically means elder brother to a female, or when a female calls their love interest. And in their songs they shyly confess their love, and shyly confess their love. And so this for O is more towards like innocent, as as they're trying to confess their love, but they're very shy about it. And G is where they members are portrayed as mannequins and dressing alike, and then they become all of a sudden become alive, and they saw a cute photo of an attractive male employee, and they have this communal desire for the male employee. And so this really shows their naivety, because they're mannequins and they just saw this cute male employee and they don't know what to do. So they just scramble around saying, "Oh, I don't know what to do," and try to find a way to get his attention. And so this is more in the naive spectrum. And Tell Me Your Wish has military uniforms, and they're not the actual military uniforms. They're more revealing in a sense, and also their lyrics are more suggestive, saying that they're granting wishes for their lover. So all these songs create this fantasy for male audiences, as their members are too shy to confess their feelings, but the men know what they're feeling. And along with some flirtatious lyrics saying oppa and granting wishes for their lover, creates that fantasy, and this attracts the male audience, and also, like I mentioned, the American demographic with the reference of football. So then, during the 2010s, we saw the members growing up in their 20s. So when you're in your 20s, you're expected to, be much more mature, be more confident, and be more bold. And that's what SM Entertainment did by changing the concept from cute and innocent to more bold and mature. And not only that, they changed this music as well from more pop music to more hip hop, maybe electro pop, and etc. And I think it's because of the influence of the American market, as hip hop and EDM and electro pop is more towards the American industry. And so we have The Boys. And The Boys is produced by American singer-songwriter Teddy Riley. And so for Teddy Riley to produce a K-pop song, it really adds that cultural hybridization that K-pop songs need, because he knows how to deliver American music, and what American fans like to hear in a pop song. And so their concept also has changed from pop to more electro pop and hip hop to fit within the American industry. And also their shift to cute concepts with a lot of color in it, to more mature more mature and bold, as you can see here. It's a lot of more muted colors, and they are dancing confidently. And this song is basically embodies the confidence and their attractiveness, and they enjoy the male attention with the male attention. So it's more direct rather than the previous one where they're more shy. So they're more direct, and with that contrast, it creates a second demographic where there's going to be people that really want that confidence in a person, and really inspired to be that confident person. And then last but not least, we have the infamous I Got a Boy. Now, I Got a Boy combines the innocent and mature concept with its unique sound of combination between EDM, electronic dance music, hip hop, and beat change. So in this picture here, the innocent, we see a lot more like pop of color and their catchy phrases such as "I got a boy chicken," and then the mature concept with their dance moves, and also during the beat change, they're dancing with more confidence. And so EDM and hip hop is more towards the American side again. And with this beat change, it really takes music into more experimentally, as the American industry are constantly looking and acknowledging new sound. So this is a really big advantage for I Got a Boy, and that's why I Got a Boy gained so much attention, and became an international hit because it's a new sound that nobody has heard of in 2013. Well, nowadays it's common, but in 2013 that was something new, and so that's why they gained that international stardom, and also won that Video of the Year award at the YouTube Awards. And this really attracted a lot of international fans because it's a new sound, and the different concepts really bring two different demographics together in one song. So, as a side of Girls' Generation, we have a lot of current idol groups are defined to one concept and one general sound rather than multiple concepts and multiple sounds, which can unappeal to the international fans in the long run, as they discover that they have limited skills and don't have that much variety. And so, for example, AKB48 is a Japanese idol group, and they're known for their schoolgirl concept, explained in their school uniforms, and they have this girl next door image. It's similar to the Girls' Generation's early discography with G and O and etc. and many more, and their songs are mostly J-pop. So for this example, AKB48 is more tailored towards the male demographic, as these a male demographic, because because of their songs are suggestive of gaining the male attention, like Girls' Generation. But they're only experimenting with school uniforms as a schoolgirl, girl next door, and so it doesn't gain a lot of attraction from women because they already experienced school uniforms, and they just think that they need more variety, seeing other sides of being a woman and not a girl. And so when Girls' Generation released their first Japanese single, Genie, like I mentioned before, the Japanese women see them being confident in themselves, wearing military uniform, which is straying from AKB48 schoolgirl uniforms. And this really attracts the Japanese women as well as the men, because it's very different from their idol groups, and this really defines women instead of schoolgirl. And so, therefore, AKB48 are known in the Japanese market because it's J-pop, but not as known as the American market because they're only defined to one concept, which is a schoolgirl concept, and there's not that many people that like the schoolgirl concept. And also, they're only defined to J-pop, and J-pop is just is a Japanese version of the American pop, so a lot of American fans prefer their pop music because of cultural proximity. And so the next group that we'll talk about is Stellar. So Stellar is another K-pop group, and they are known for their very provocative concepts and music videos. I cannot show them to you because I think it's too revealing, but this is the only one I have right here. So they have controversy all over this group with their provocative image. They've been criticized for their provocative concept in music videos, but it gained a lot of attention for a while and really helped their company get out of bankruptcy. So they continue to push the group into doing this overly sexy concept and provocative concept, even though they were uncomfortable, the members were uncomfortable, but K-pop industry is very demanding. And so it worked for a while, but the Korean audience started to get even more tired of the same sound, the same song, and officially disbanded. And then they officially disbanded. So even though it gained some attention in Korea, it didn't gain attention in the American industry because it was just too provocative at the time. And I think with a lot of K-pop groups, you need to find the right balance between cute and sexy, which Girls' Generation did, with I Got a Boy. They had the aegyo gestures, the colorful music videos in I Got a Boy, which is their vindicative of their cute concept, with the more mature concept being confident in itself, like saying I got a boy, and performing a lot of harder choreography. And so that's like the best of both worlds with I Got a Boy, appealing to the demographic that wants to be confident, inspires to be confident, and the group that are attracted to the cute and innocent type. So with these K-pop groups, with these groups in general, they didn't receive any success in the international market because of their lack of diversity in concepts and music genres. So lastly, we'll be talking about the members' diverse backgrounds and charms. So let's talk about how the Girls' Generation, Nation's Girl Group, even begin to form. So SM Entertainment at the time were recruiting girls internationally, and it's supposed to connect a lot of fans to the group internationally. And the reason why they did this is because having members speaking the different languages can connect to more fans without the translator. And so this creates this one-on-one communication with the members and the fans, creating this more intimate connection that, can attract a lot of international fans, since a lot of American artists don't have that like one-on-one personal communication as much as K-pop does. And so what they did is that they recruited Tiffany, Sunny, Jessica, who are Korean American. So they were born in America. They packed up everything and they basically gave up everything, left everything back in America to move all the way to Korea to pursue their goal in the music career. It's a lot of work. They've had to struggle. I mean, Tiffany said I didn't speak Korean fluently at the time, and she had to try to blend into society, but still have my own opinion. And so they had to learn the language and also had to learn the culture, which is very stressful in itself, along with the rigorous training that they have to do. And so this this creates this persona that the fans see. A lot of the fans see them as really hardworking, and seeing their journey to achieve that success, and knowing that all that hard work, all that struggles were finally paid off with being successful in the international market. And so this resonates with fans that they feel connected and really inspired to be like them because they want to achieve their goals like Girls' Generation did. And also like to mention that Tooyoung also debuted in a Japanese pop duo called Root Theta, and so not only were they recruited members in the international market, the American market, they also recruited a member in the Japanese market. So they already had established some members from there, and so it goes to the same concept where, with Sooyoung being fluent in Japanese, they could have the one-on-one conversation with fans without the translator. So it's creates a more intimate connection with the fans and with the Girls' Generation members in itself. And so this is why it really resonates with international fans, because they don't really have that connection with American artists, and they want that connection like as best friend, as like friends. And so this really gave Girls' Generation that international success. Lastly, I'll talk about the members' charms. So each member has their unique characteristics and charms that many people, either fans or other hosts, recognize them for. So they have like their individual introductions, and they're known for some of their nicknames, such as Sunny and her egg yell. Everybody know, a lot of the hosts know that she is great at egg yell, and even in her late 20s, this interview right here showcases that showcases her eggo even in her late 20s. So this really separates her from the professional like MV music videos persona, where she's supposed to act like tough, like for example The Boys, she's supposed to act tough and confident, while in her off when she's not in the music video, she does Egya. And this creates this relatability for fans, as they can relate to her and see that she's not that intimidating, and really showcases her personality with confidence no matter who judges her. And people think that being cute in your late 20s is not that great, but for some people it's relatable. So it creates that relatability and that, like I said, deeper connection with one of the members, and which means that they're gaining more international fans and gaining that recognition. And also another example is Yuri as the Black Pearl. So she was named Black Pearl because of her unique characteristics and also her tan skin. And in Korea, having pale skin is more desirable than tan skin. And so for her, having tan skin and being so successful really resonates with fans, that she's defying all the beauty standards and that Korean beauty standards, and that it doesn't matter what you look like. It matters on how you are hardworking and hardworking as an individual in your job. And she proves it because she is part of this very successful Girls' Generation group. And and this really inspires people that you shouldn't, inspires fans that you shouldn't really defy the odds, defy the odds. Don't belittle yourself and how you look. It all matters of how you strive yourself and how you are passionate in yourself. And so, like offside of Girl Generation, some current K-pop idols nowadays have more scripted and more manufactured personalities on screen when in interviews, and this just creates, and this is because they want to create this perfect image, like I mentioned again, so that not a lot of fans can like criticize them, and this doesn't, just because you are scripted, you should showcase are more scripted than your individuality. So this doesn't really correlate with American standards as an American artist, because a lot of fans really embrace the artists having different personalities and charms and using them to their music, and that's how they engage with international fans. How to engage with their fans, and so, for example, in an interview, several fans noticed that Twice member Tusi, I think that's how you pronounce it, I'm so sorry. They mentioned that how she looks very awkward in the how she looks very awkward in her interview, and she's known for having, I don't want having an emotionless face. So having that awkwardness in having that awkwardness can be seen in like when communicating with fans, and so having that awkward communication with fans makes it unappealing to their international audience, because a lot of the international fans wants their idols or their artists to be confident in themselves rather than to be awkward. Awkward, yeah. In recap, Girl Generation has maintained their reputation as nation's girl group and has achieved international success because of beginning struggles as a K-pop girl group, going through the struggles as a group, and then this resonates with fans as them being very hardworking and dedicated to their music, and then diverse range of music genres and concepts, exploring different concepts and music genres and showcasing them to the international market really connects different demographics to one music source. And the last thing is that members' diverse backgrounds and charms, having that different background and charms really helps the fans be connected, connect more and be more relatable to the fans, and really inspire them to be proud of themselves and do what they want to do. And so overall, Girl Generation really has achieved this international success in the long run. And I believe that if we didn't have Girl Generation, we probably might not have the K-pop success that we know and love today, with BTS, because with K-pop, it's more of a collective unit, there's previous efforts from previous K-pop idols that try so hard to gain recognition in the market, but were not as famous as BTS. And I think because of that collected effort, we have K-pop has now been the center of international success. Thank you.